Hello, gentlemen, investors and traders. In touch with you System.Guru.Markets. We start with summary information about the company. If necessary, you can pause it. We suggest studying all the parameters of the company in question more thoroughly. We will look at the main indicators of the organization Elme Communities, ticker ELME. This review was made using data as of April 12, 2025. According to classification GURU.Markets, organization Elme Communities belongs to the subcategory accommodation. 50 companies take part in the comparison, and this is very representative. We will consider decisions on orders towards the end of this video. The overall result for the company is as follows: minus 5.5 out of 10 points. The average result for the subcategory is 1.9 points. If you look very broadly, within the entire market as a whole, you can see that the average score for the stock market in total is 1.9 points. Against a score of minus 5.5 points for the company Elme Communities. Comparing the dynamics of the company's share price Elme Communities and subcategory shares, we can see that over 12 months the stock Elme Communities showed a dynamics of 3.7%. Against price dynamics in the subcategory minus 10.4%. This does not say anything definitively, but it is necessary to take note of this fact. Market capitalization of the company Elme Communities is $1.33 billion. And the capitalization of the subcategory is $307 billion. Elme Communities has a share of 0.432% and is one of the very small companies in the subcategory. The company's balance sheet capitalization is $1.07 billion, with a balance sheet capitalization of the subcategory of $83 billion. Elme Communities accounts for a share of 1.292%. Having made a comparison of the occupied shares of market and book value, we see the following. Share Elme Communities in a subcategory when assessing market value is 0.432%. The balance sheet capitalization is 1.292%, which is 199% more than the share of stock market capitalization. Assessment of the company's share of market and balance capitalization in the subcategory, good, 1 point. The organization's debts amount to $0.699 billion. Debt to book value is 65.3% of equity. Result on the company's debt level, tolerable, 0 points. The balance of the company's stock price to its profit is 0. With an average for the subcategory of 21.9, which is significantly worse than in the subcategory. Assessment of the company's market price to profit indicator in comparison with companies in the subcategory, very bad, minus 2 points. Profit for the last 12 months was minus $13 million. Future earnings for the next 12 months are unknown. And this is extremely bad for the company's prospects. Assessment of the expected future profit in comparison with companies in the subcategory, bad, minus 1 point. The company's value to revenue ratio is 5.5. The average in subcategory 2 is 175% higher than in subcategory. Assessment of the indicators of the exchange price to its revenue in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory, bad, minus 1 point. Revenue for the last 12 months was $240 million. Future revenue for the next 12 months is unknown, which is bad for the company's price. Assessment of the estimated future revenue indicator in comparison with indicators in the subcategory, bad, minus 1 point. The sales margin is minus 5.5%, with an average in the subcategory of 9.3%. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 14.8%. Profitability assessment in comparison with indicators in the subcategory, tolerable, minus 0.5 points. The company's share in terms of the number of employees in the subcategory is 0.046%, which is 839% less than the share of market capitalization. And this reflects the discrepancy between the market value of the company Elme Communities, most likely towards revaluation. The amount of market capital per employee of the organization is equal to $5,202,000. And for the subcategory, it's $556,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the organization's indicators is 835.6%. Assessment of the amount of capital per employee in comparison with indicators in the subcategory, tolerable, 0 points. The amount of profit per employee minus $52,200. Average in the subcategory, $25,400. And the difference between the average for the subcategory and the company's indicators is 105%. Assessment of profit per employee in comparison with indicators in the subcategory, tolerable, minus 0.5 points. The organization's revenue per employee is $949,000. In the subcategory, there are $274,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 246%. Estimation of revenue per individual employee in comparison with indicators in the subcategory, tolerable, minus 0.5 points. The volume of short transactions is 2.4%, with an average for the subcategory of 3.9%. This is a short squeeze risk indicator. Technical indicator RSI 14 shows a level of 32% for the company Elme Communities. In the subcategory, the RSI level, 14, is 41%. Technically, subcategory papers are rated higher than Elme Communities. The company's current stock price is approximately $15.06. The consensus price target for the company's shares is approximately $18.99. The difference between the current price and the consensus forecast is approximately 26%. Let's go to the order table, which is available to you. The link is in the pinned comment. The order table contains absolutely all decisions previously made in a given season by the information and reference evaluation system GURU.Markets. Access to the order table is free. Link in pinned comment. Based on the analysis of securities Elme Communities stock valuation reference system GURU.Markets, the following decision is made. Open an order to fall at a price of $15.07 per share. The order was opened due to the fact that the company has a rather low valuation. The company's assessment was carried out based on the assessment model, the Akeem's index. Take profit is set at 13.81. Stop loss is set at 16.33. In case the order is not closed by take profit or stop loss, then the order is fixed independently based on the results of the trading session on May 12, 2025, or on the last trading day before this date. Ticker SDHC will become the main buy order. The video on the main deal has already been published on this channel. In case of closing of any of the orders, main or balancing, the opposite order is closed at the actual price. Thank you all so much for watching this video and for using the help system GURU.Markets.